What would Magic the Gathering be without the awesome artwork? Let's have a look at my favorite cards from the upcoming edition Modern Horizons 3 and appreciate how the artwork does not decorate the card, but tells the story of the game. Hi, I'm Alice, welcome to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm slowly sneaking inside the world of Magic the Gathering. Everything started a few months ago when I freed my old Magic collection from dust and found hidden treasures. I fell in love with the artwork immediately, and I'm in awe with the upcoming cards from Modern Horizons 3. Especially the retro frames are just how my old cards look like, so I'm excited that they are included here. Of course, as a player you focus more on the strengths and abilities of a card, but today we are appreciating the artist's fantastic work because, let's be honest, Magic without the art would not be magic. At this moment, not every card is officially published, so we are working here with the cards released until the 22nd of May. We are talking about a few lands, retro frames, Borderless, double-faced planeswalker, horror, and Borderless frame breaks. Let's go! We are starting with a few lands because let's dive into the world of Modern Horizons 3 with Flooded Strand. I thought of many land cards that they just look like a photo, so it really didn't seem like it was painted or drawn. I think this gives these cards real life. As if you're standing here, breathing the air, feeling the water on your face. So this is what I enjoy most when I look at these artworks. Polluted Delta immediately caught my eye because of the pixeled waterfall, I guess. So for me it was like a mix, two different worlds coming together, like a portal you can cross when you walk through the waterfall. And Wooded Foothills is also just so realistically painted, like you feel that you're standing there, seeing the waterfall, the river, the mountains, breathing in the fresh air. Same with the Windswept Heath, where you nearly feel the wind brushing through your hair. And here again, Wooded Foothills, but this time I felt more like being in a jungle, more in South America, for example, but it felt like I am there. So this is what I really enjoy about the lands, and there are of course many other lands. I just picked these as my favorites so far. And as I said in the beginning, I love it that they include these retro frames, because that's just how I got into the game basically. This is how my old cards look like. And by the way, I made a video showing all these old cards. It's in German, but the cards are in English, so if you want to check that out, I can link this somewhere here. Would be happy if you check them out and also leave a comment there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. But let's come back to the retro frames. There are a lot of cards that have this retro frame, but I picked now a few only. Abiding Grace, for example, because I really like the atmosphere here. It's a little bit dreamy, cloudy, like a sunrise. Everything is peaceful, and I think the retro frame fits perfectly here. Also for Priest of Titania, it's just fitting to the retro look and feel, this painting with the elf, so it's just perfect, I would say. And then I also have Grief, and I like here also the whole black frame around it with the little bubbles. I don't know, it fits to Grief itself, I would say. And I also like here the picture because it feels like Grief. This creature with the dark blue and a little bit lighter blue, I think this is how you would imagine grief as a color, so I think this is also a great representation of grief. Continuing from the retro frames to the borderless, but again talking about grief, because grief has different artwork styles. And in general, I really love the borderless. As you know, probably now, I just enjoy really the artworks. But here it's also again like feeling the grief. It's a great representation. For me, it looks like a rib cage that's ripped open by hands. Could be from someone else, like a creature, but it could also be from itself. So like you are grieving and you feel like you rip yourself open, thus looking basically into this creature or the human body with the red, and also the creature's face then coming up there, looking like it's screaming. So a really powerful image. It continues with powerful, here with fury. Yeah, I think you feel really the fury in this artwork. You basically feel the heat that's coming up from the card, and again, a great representation of the card itself, I think. Fury is also available in the retro frame, and here what I really like is that the frame has cracks, so it's really like the fury is so strong that even the stone frame is cracking already. Then now coming from the red and combining the blue, the expressive iteration. Also great representation, I think, here. Combining these two elements and trying to find a balance. And it's quite artistic, I would say. And this fits great to the quotation here, or the flavor, I think it's called. Art exposes truth. Each step of my dance brings me closer to the secrets of the universe. So we are going to the water, to blue. So here we have subtlety. And again, I think this could also be a picture, not drawn, but really a photo of someone who is sitting there in the water and swirling the water around, and it feels like you're sitting there just watching. Could nearly feel the water dropping onto your face. Borderless cards have a high representation this time, but in different styles. For example, we have also borderless profiles of different characters, and I would like to show a few of them. For example, we have here 6, Pearl Ear, the Imperial Advisor, and Philia, the Exuberant Shepherd, which looks kind of cute, I think. In comparison to the normal card, I think it's still cute, but it also is a little bit psycho feeling. I don't know why. I think it's maybe the eyes that look a little bit crazy. And also here, the color with the blue looks exactly like the eye. Maybe it's a third eye, I don't know. But I don't know why, but the longer I look at this picture, I think it's staring into my soul. So let's continue quickly. Then we have Genku. Looks also cool and futuristic, as the name says, Future Shaper. And then we have a card that I don't think fits really to the character. Here for Kudo, King Among Bears. It's a king, it's a legendary creature. But for me, this card gives more Baloo vibes. This is not how I would imagine a king represented. There's also another card, and here it looks completely different. This is much more fitting to me personally for a king resting in the forest, because the other is more, yeah, cartoon style, and I think for a king here it's not what I was feeling. So this would be one of the cards that I don't like that much, because I think it feels just off for me. But continuing with the other legendary creatures, we have here Kurik, son of Yawgmoth. Probably pronounced everything wrong, sorry for that. This is kind of cool, I think. It gives me a little bit of punk style. Kind of cool. And then we have Disa the Restless, here giving me Pocahontas vibes. Also looks kind of cool, especially here with the archer. And then we have Hairy Gust, erupting Nullkite. Also looks cool, but I also like here the other version of it because of the wings spreading a little bit wider than the frame, so a little bit outside of the frame, which I like. And Laelia, the blade reforged, also fitting to the dragon, I think, with the colors and the flames. Also looks very strong. But my favorite here from the Borderless profile is Breya Ethereum Shaper. It just gives me strong female energy. It reminds me of Hel, I don't know if you pronounce it like that. So, ruler of the underground in the Norse mythology. So in German she's called Hela. Maybe you know it from Thor, because she's the sister in the Thor movies. And this just gave me the vibes here with the, I don't know what it is, the black things on her face. But this is really cool, kind of electric, just badass looking. There's also another card of her, and I think there she looks just more friendly. I don't know, more like a normal woman, I would say. A little bit more peaceful, a little bit more playful, but still like the art also of this card. Let's continue with the Planeswalker, and what I really enjoy about this edition is that they are double-faced, and this card of each Planeswalker basically represents their development. And I think this is so cool to see. For example, here for Ral, Monsoon Mage, here the first side, he's just a creature, a human wizard. So he's looking a little bit bored, I think, playing with his abilities, just being a human wizard. And then when you flip the card, you see his Planeswalker abilities. So really the development, like an evolution of the character, and this is really cool. We have this for the other Planeswalker as well. For example, here Sorin of House Markov, a little bit also bored, I would say, annoyed, I don't know, maybe he thinks everything is too easy for me. And then we have him here as the legendary Planeswalker, so much more energy and fierce, really cool, like you see also different expressions. The double-faced Planeswalker are not only borderless, there are also like the normal frames. And here we see him again with dinner, at dinner with his family, I guess. And then when you flip the card, you see his other dark side. Then we have Tamiyo, which I also really like. More like anime manga style, but I was a Sailor Moon fan when I was a child, so I like it. Here you see her inquisitive student, and then not a big different expression, but looks more powerful nevertheless. But a friendly power, I think. Seasoned scholar. Also here again, she has a different card style, which I also like. It's a little bit less colorful, more calm, I would say. But still really like the evolution aspect of it. And of course, Ajani. Here we see him as a cat warrior, And then when you flip, you see the rage, the power coming through him as a planeswalker. Also the same here with a different art style. And this is also great picture. Here you see it a little bit borderless frame break with his weapon coming out of the frame, like he's attacking you. So really great representation again. And then we have a creature that could easily fit into my horror category, Grist, the voracious larva. But it also shows the development of Grist. So basically you see here Grist as a baby. And then when you flip it, you see how much more it can do now. Yeah, so horror is not my favorite thing, but there are so many great horror artworks this time. I have to admit that I like them. So here you see it a little bit more calmer, more baby-like Grist, and then Grist grown up as a planeswalker. And as I said, it would fit more into my horror category. We are coming directly to this one. Writhing Chrysalis. There are a lot of other horror specific things, but I liked for this one that its arms, I don't know what it is also coming out of the frame. So crossing the lines between fiction and reality. And then we have the Chthonian Nightmare with the retro frame, and I think this fits perfectly again. The atmosphere, I don't know, are these eyes? I don't know the story behind it, but it just fits to the black retro and these bubbles. So the atmosphere is perfect here again. And Chthonian Nightmare has also a borderless card, and again nailed it, I would say. Really looks creepy with all the teeth and eyes and whatever it is. Yeah, it's just insane horror, perfect. And then we have Final Act, a little bit cute, I think, as extended artwork here with the skeletons dancing around. Also one of them has a sword in the ribcage, and there are ghosts playing a flute, so looks like a fun party. This is cool. And another cool artwork, Glimpse the Impossible. How sick does this look like? I hope I will pull this card. It's a common, so hopefully it's in my packs. But this is just so psycho, creepy, horror, with the things coming out of the hands and something out of the eyes. So this is awesome artwork. But again, with the truly horrifying things, Dismember here. This just looks painful. Looking at this card. Yeah, it's just with the long fingers. Yeah, that's... No one has heard Driftnaught speak, but we have seen him do unspeakable things. As he drifts over Ishsar, a deathly whisper rides the wind. I can never watch for long. I turn away and hide. Yeah, I would do that too, because that's truly a scene from a horror movie. And of course, fitting to that, the Eldrazi cards. There are great Eldrazi artworks in this edition, and I have here 3 of them. Emrakul. Also, these belong to the Borderless frame breaks, I guess, because you can see it's coming, reaching to the name. And yeah, this still looks cool, not that horror-like, I think. But then we have Code Silek, the Broken Reality. Yeah, could perfectly fit into a horror movie, I think. And you can see here even better the frame break with its, I don't know, arms. And finally, Ulamog, the Defiler. I am happy that it's crawling not directly towards me, because I think this would be even more creepy. So that's just material for the worst nightmares. But great work! And the final category, my favorite ones, the borderless frame breaks, because I really like the 3D effect, that it's coming towards you, you are part of this world, and this is just awesome. I have this Echoes of Eternity here, not because I really like the style, so it's not my favorites, because, I don't know, it kind of feels wrong to me in that way that it doesn't look painted, it's more like an animation or a sculpture. It's not, I don't know, it doesn't resonate with me, but I wanted to show it because it should not be part of this world. But maybe that was the goal behind it. So let's have a look at the other cards that I really enjoy. Of course, there are more. Volatile Storm Drake. Perfect reflection of the high energy here. Flying directly out of the frame. Looks so powerful. Wheel of Potential. For these energy cards, it really reflects the energy coming out of the frame. Then we have here Pearl Medallion, also looks really cool. Emerald Medallion, same. Ruby Medallion and Sapphire Medallion. Flare of Fortitude. And I just saw that her holding this sun or pearl, I don't know, in her hand is exactly behind the Fortitude, so it looks like a dot. Yeah, also with this fire elements, the style is just perfect for it. Also Flare of Cultivation. Everything what's flying around just gives you the feeling that you're part of it and you could reach out and touch it. Flare of Duplication, as I mentioned, with the fire elements. It's really like the card is burning, isn't it? So cool. Orm's Chant, also here, the perspective, the light, it looks like it's flying directly towards you and just a second and you get touched by it. Another really powerful looking card, Kalia of the Vast. Here also coming out of the frame, flying towards you, fighting for you. I would be really happy to pull this card. There's also another version of Kalia, which looks even more powerful and fierce, I think. Also great artwork. And now we are coming to my two most favorite cards, so final two. We have this Psychic Frog. I think it's so cool. It's really psychic. The look with his eye directly towards your soul. And I am sure if you stared longer on it, you would be hypnotized. I think it's just a so crazy, creepy, psychic card. I love it and I hope I will pull this card. And then my absolute favorite, Jet Medallion. Look at this awesome card. This person pulling its eye out with the dark flames or smoke. And the eye looks more like from a snake, I would say, or a reptile in general. It's so dark and powerful. I try to figure out what Jet medallion means, because Jet, I don't know in this context. But I looked up the German version, because I'm from Germany, and in German the card's name is literally translated anthracite medallion, which fits great because I would now think it's anthracite that we see here. I could stare at it for so long. Perfect. So if I am not pulling this card... These were my favorite cards. I'm sure that they will publish even more cards I love, but so far I'm in awe. I'm just a sucker for this fantastic artwork. What do you think about the artwork? Let me know in the comments your favorite artwork so far, so we can discuss a little bit and I can share my thoughts on that. As I mentioned, I'm hoping to pull these cards, so there will be a video of me unboxing probably a collector booster display, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss this video and any future videos. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up, also to show the artist your support for their fantastic work. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.